Hey YouTube, this is RobinX1 here, and welcome to the Charmed Reviews. Yes, over the summer period I'm going to be doing a couple of additional reviews going back to some of the early stuff that I used to love watching as a kid. And Charmed was indeed one of these things that I love to watch. Charmed to me was something that I very much grew up with. So I'm gonna basically be reviewing all of the seasons. This may take a few years, as I'm only gonna be doing it during the breaks from when the other shows have ended, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Arrow, Flash, that kind of thing. But anyway, Charmed. So this is something Wicca, This Way Comes, and the story goes like this. Basically, these three sisters are reunited. Phoebe Halliwell, who has been living in New York, comes back from New York to go live with her sisters in San Francisco. They live in this very gorgeous Victorian house, and it is really beautiful. And basically one night, she goes to the attic and basically chants a spell which basically activates her sister's powers. And one of the sister's powers, and basically all of the sister's powers activate, which attracts a warlock to the sisters. And we also have a character called Andy Trudeau, who is basically an ex-flame of Prue Halliwell, who basically meets up with Prue again, and it's sort of implied that he may find out the secrets of the Charmed Ones. What's very interesting about this episode, and one of the things that I like, is that the episode really starts out with that traditional horror-esque feel to it. That these typical, beautiful women who are often, attacked or brutally killed in these types of things are really the main stars and are really powerful in this episode. And it basically takes a twist on the traditional horror-esque type genre. And I just really like that twist. Charmed is actually one of the best female orientated shows I've ever seen. And Charmed really came out in the glory days of female empowering characters, like Xena, the warrior princess, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and of course Charmed. And I just really liked this female empowerment. And even in this episode, again with the twist on what ordinarily would be these women being attacked, is actually these women being empowered by their abilities and really starting a new journey into the life of their ancestors' beliefs and spiritual practice. That as the seasons go on, will make these characters into a very complex and very, very relatable characters. And I just really enjoyed this first episode. I think it sets up quite a lot of interesting quirks and aspects about these characters. Like, Prue Halliwell is the no-nonsense, intelligent woman who basically looks after all of her sisters. Phoebe is the youngest, naive, kind of naive, but very much about protecting other people kind of character. And Prue Halliwell, who is actually one of my favourite female characters, because of what she becomes at the, towards the end of the seasons. Prue is sort of, Piper is sort of the middle ground between these two characters, and I just really like, I just really enjoyed this first episode. It's a great first episode. If you haven't watched Charmed, do watch Charmed, because whether you're a female or a guy, I think you can get a lot of appreciation for these characters, and I do think this show not only says a lot about females and about female problems. I think this show really is, really has something for everyone, and I just really enjoyed it. Stay tuned for my episode 2 review, and I shall see you later. Bye.